Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Bradley of Bradley Teaches, and we're doing something a little bit new today. I am actually coming through Restream into multiple channels, so we're going to see how that goes today and trying it out. Yes, William, the music is actually, let's put that comment on the screen right now. This music is actually from a place called Digital Juice. I buy a lot of my stock music and things like that from them. I have an account with them, have had it for many years. So yeah, that's who I buy my stock audio from. So today, because it was a new expanded audience and new expanded stuff, I wanted to do something a little different, right? So today is actually going to be a Q&A day for you all. What do y'all want this to be as far as things you're dealing with your graphics, things you're trying to accomplish with your graphics, hiccups you've had? And there's a couple things that I may show here and there, but I wanted this to kind of be focused on you all and also for the expanded audience that may be here today on these other places where I'm doing it at. So please jump in with your questions. Let's make some things happen. Um, yeah, and so if there's some things that you would like to see or problems that you have that you're going through right now, please let me know, and let's make some things happen. Let's see. I have someone here that says Facebook user. Thanks for the motion overlay I knocked out. Oh, that must have been the overlay I did for someone a couple of days ago. All right, y'all. So as I said, this is kind of a brand new thing. We're expanding the audience a bit because some people have asked me to go live in different places so they can see what's going on and explore and kind of learn. Oh, and thank you for noticing the new backdrop. Yes, this is my new backdrop. A good friend of mine from Louisiana made my logo for me, right? And it's pretty cool because the glasses sit off on the face kind of in 3D, and I changed my lighting and things, simplified a little bit. Have a couple little things behind me that are personal. So this is the new look for Bradley Teaches. So please let me know if you like it or not. Throw some thumbs up or hearts or whatever you guys do as far as that's concerned. But yeah, but I definitely want to um, focus on you all today, right? Some issues you may be having with your graphics, some things that you're trying to create that are kind of giving you some hiccups, some things that you've explored but you can't figure out how to quite push it over the edge. So let me know what you're dealing with right now. And let's see. Appreciate it. Comments about the logo and the backdrop. Yep, that's brand new from a friend of mine from Louisiana. Yes, he is the same one that did my Black Panther mask for me a while ago. So yeah, but that's it, y'all. So let me know what you have going on right now, and what you're working on, and any kind of questions you have. I have a couple of things that I can show you that have come up through people DMing me, but I also want to cover things that you are dealing with right now that you're trying to get squared away as far as your graphics. If there's something new you're trying to do that that's not quite working out for you, if there's some things from my tutorials that I've shown you that you're not quite getting to do what you wanted to do, let me know those things. Yes, I was wondering if a moving bug can be accomplished while in the live stream. A moving bug. Yeah, I can make a bug that will do something, some kind of animation. I can definitely do that. So we can make that happen. Yeah, thank you guys for your comments on my new studio setup. I redid the lighting, simplified some things, changed my bookshelf in the back, um, and added my logo, which is pretty cool. Like I said, a friend of mine from Louisiana did that. Shout out to Chad Hauser. He makes signs and furniture and other really creative things. If you send him a design, he probably can make it happen for you. So yeah, so look for Chad Hauser here on Facebook. If you're looking at this now on Facebook, just DM him. He does some really cool things. So definitely check him out. He's been a great friend of mine since 6th grade. I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was, but he has been a friend of mine since 6th grade. So that's been quite a while, and he's a real good guy. Yeah, actually, I'll show you guys a new graphic that I did for someone else that was kind of cool. Like I said, I always have these hold my lemonade challenges, or people will email me or ask me about different things they're trying to accomplish, and I will actually show you one of those. But I think the first question we have right now is doing a moving bug. So let's do a moving bug. So let's jump over into Keynote. Y'all know the deal. So here we are in Keynote now, and we're gonna do a quick bug that is animated or doing something, right? We're gonna do it fairly simple. So essentially, um, a bug, this is what I would do for a bug. First of all, I would not use a complete slide size unless you want your bug moving all the way across the screen, right? If you don't want that, so see if you just want your bug to rotate or spin where it is, the first thing I would do is change the size of my slide. So that's the first thing I would do. So when you're in Keynote, nothing's on your screen, go to Document, and I'm going to change my slide size to a custom size. And I usually do something square when it comes to bugs, because bugs are typically round, or even if they're rectangular, they'll kind of fit in a square nicely. So I'm going to do a 400 by 400 slide size. So here we are with that. And now I'm going to go back to format, and I'm going to make the color field no fill. Okay, so let's do just a simple bug that will spin or something, right? So let's go into shapes, and let's find a shape we can use for a bug. I don't know. Let's say you're a, I really like that mustache, but I won't use it again. Y'all give me some hints here. Okay, let's say you're a DJ, right? Let's do a DJ. All right, so here we are here. So we got some headphones, and I'm gonna Option Shift to make them bigger. Now this looks huge right now because we're dealing with a 400 by 400 square slide, but it won't be humongous, right? But we want to build out as close to the edges of the slide as possible. Here's why. When you have any kind of image you want to place into your video, the closer you have it to the edges of the slide or your graphic area, the closer you can move it to the edges of your video, and the more places you can put it. So say for instance, if I did this thing, just to show you real quick, if I did this graphic this size, right, and I saved it out, even though the rest of this is transparent, those are active pixels. Even if they're blank, they're active pixels. So if I put this into my video, all this blank space will be a buffer on how far I can push this image to the edge of my video. So I couldn't touch the right hand side of my video at all. The best I could do is actually push it down to the bottom left hand corner because there's just so much air around it. So if you kind of understand what I'm saying about that. So let's make this as big as we can to fit inside the shape here, and I'm gonna add some text to it, and let's call this DJ Brad. All right, and make this text white, and let's do something. I don't even know if that font's any good. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, but it's outlined though, so I don't really like that too much. But anyway, okay, so now we have a bug of earphones for DJ Brad, right? So we're gonna animate this. So you can click on any element you want, go to animate, and let's figure out, we're gonna make it build in, do something, then build out. We're gonna just do the whole, do the whole, I don't know, throw the whole salad bar at it, so to speak. And so let's say we want this thing to build in with a pop. I like that because it's kind of like a beat, boom, 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 right? So we'll have that built in with a pop. We'll have DJ Brad come in, I don't know, let's say we have it come in with a cube. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so we'll have it cube in top to bottom and preview that. All right, and we got the headphones. Oh, I missed that. We have the headphones come in with a pop. Let's click pop. All right, so now let's go to build order. And we'll have the headphones come in first. Let's put a little delay on it. So all this means is when my animation first starts, it's gonna wait X amount of time before the animation happens, right? So after transition means after I started, how long is it gonna wait? So let's say it's gonna wait, I don't know, 1 second, and then the headphones animation will pop in. And let's say the DJ, we're gonna have it come in with build number 1, but with a slight delay. All right, so let's preview both of those. Bam, right? So now they're both in. So now that they're in, let's click the DJ headphones again. We're gonna make them do a little shake. So that's under animate action. Let's go to action, and let's see if we can make them do, let's say jiggle. What does a jiggle look like? Do a little jiggle. That's cool, add a little jiggle. Intensity, let's see what a large intensity looks like. Preview. There we go. Let's have a jiggle like that. So it'll jiggle for a little bit, and we'll say it'll jiggle after build number 2. Wait about a second for the jiggle, and then we're going to just make everything go away. All right, so now we're going to click on both items and build out, and we're going to say let's leave with a, I don't know, let's do blinds. Let's see what blinds looks like. Okay, cool. So we'll do that. We'll do blinds on both of those. So headphones and DJ both go out. We'll have it go with build number 4, and we'll have the headphones. Let's go there one more time. So we're going to have the headphones that will jiggle, and then both of these will go out about 1 second after the jiggle, right? All right, so let's play it real quick. Headphones come in, we'll do the jiggle, then both of them will go out in blinds. And let me see if we're still there together. Okay, I will do that. All right, cool. Hey, Doc Asha, my little niece. All right, so here we are. So we have the bug comes in, headphones comes in, DJ comes in, we do a little shake, then both of them leave, right? So this will be a bug in the end. Even though it looks big, it will be a bug. So let's export this. File, export movie. We're gonna go 0 at the beginning and end. Custom size, and we're going to do 400, and the other 400 will come, right? And we're going to do Apple ProRes 4444. Next, where do we want to save it? We're going to put this thing on my desktop, and let's go BV Teaches Live, call it DJ. All right, so now let's go back into Ecamm. Let's grab my BV Teaches BV DJ bug. There it is. And now I can use my mouse to scale it up and down, right? So now I place the bug where I want it. I'm gonna put it up here in the corner where it's light. And let's play this thing again. It'll loop now. So there's a bug, comes in, DJ Brad gives a little shake and goes away. So yes, you can do bugs just like you do lower thirds or anything else. Because as you've also noticed in the bottom corner of my screen, you will see my Bradley Teaches lower third, right? It could be a bug. I mean, but it's not. I mean, but it's like a bug, right? It's just an animated graphic. A bug is essentially like your logo, is all it really is, right? So it's like a branding type thing. So you can have it move, you can have it do different things and work it out that way. So hopefully that helps you with what I'm saying. Yeah, so for the sizing, I size my slides in Keynote depending on what I'm doing, right? I don't make everything the size of the full screen. So if I'm making a lower third graphic, like you see that will soon pop up, just popped up here with my name and everything in it, I make that graphic roughly 400 by 200, right? I don't need the full screen. So now when I bring it into Ecamm or my other graphic software, I can size it how I want to and move it around the screen freely. Now, if I did that on a 1920 by 1080, full screen size, I'm stuck where I put it, right? Because remember that even though the pixels are empty, they're still pixels and they count in the size of the image. So here, because I made this 400 by 400, I can pretty much drag this icon, and let me pause it so you can just see it. I can drag this graphic and almost touch every edge of my video, right? Because my graphic fills up that 400 by 400 square. So when you make your graphics, this will keep you from having to open it up in other software packages and cropping and all those kind of things. You always want to work your graphic in that slide size when we're talking about Keynote, where there's as little space as possible around your graphic. Yeah, the file you see of the little BV DJ Brad bug right here, that's a movie file, and it's exported as Apple ProRes 4444, which holds on to the transparency that you're exporting it with from Keynote, right? So when I do most of my graphics, especially if they're animated graphics, I don't do many, if at all, animated GIFs because the resolution is really low on those. Some streaming software will only let you do GIFs and not animated videos. So yeah, so I'll use a GIF for that. But if at all possible, I'd rather use a higher resolution animated movie with transparency. All right, so let me turn this off before that gets on my nerves. Okay, so that's the animated bug. And so hopefully that is, yeah, I would like to show my logo. What you can do is actually, you make the spin and then it's looping, right? So think about your bug and not as a graphic, but as a mini movie. If you think about your bug as a mini movie instead of a static graphic, you can kind of think about it a little bit different. So once you bring the movie in and put it on loop, when it spins and it's looping, it'll just keep on spinning. Or it'll spin with a pause, spin with a pause. Because right now, the lower third you keep seeing pop up on the screen, that's a movie, right? Now it's a graphic for all intents and purposes because it's not looking like me, right? It doesn't look like a movie, but that's what that is. It's a movie, and so and also it's on a loop. So I have it pop up, animate through all the animations that I want for the Cash App, the Venmo, my Gumroad site. It goes away, and that's actually the end of the movie. But because it's set on a loop, it pauses for about 10 seconds, 20 seconds, then it comes back, right? So it's a looping movie. Thank you for the shout outs about the wall art. Let's see, 400 by 400. Alrighty, let's see. Now okay, let me see if I can find that. I did this week for someone. Let's see if I can find that. I'll just open it. All right, so let's go back to Keynote. And this is something I did for someone earlier this week. So this was, how people, like I say, they give me challenges, and I call them the Hold My Lemonade challenges, right? But they gave me a challenge that they wanted they do football games, local high school football games. I guess they're high school, local high school football games. And they wanted kind of a touchdown animation, very similar to what you might see on ESPN or NFL Network, something like that. So I did this graphic for them that actually plays through whenever you can change out the logo to put in whatever team logo scored the touchdown. You can change the colors or whatever you want to change them to. But I'm going to save it real quick because I can't find the saved version. But this is just something else that you can. These are just one. I mean, you guys have seen me do some things with Keynote before. And as you noticed, this little area here has changed. Keynote just updated about 30 seconds before I went live. So I'm seeing a brand new screen for the first time with y'all on this one. But this little area here about the frame rate and all that, that's new. That's a new added feature to Keynote. So maybe it added some other cool new stuff too that I haven't seen yet. So I'll definitely have to explore that and maybe jump back in and show you guys some cool things about that later. So let's go back to my main window here. And this is a touchdown bar. So whenever there's a touchdown scored, they click this animation comes up and I have it kind of stripes and things go through. And so it's just one of those cool things you can do with Keynote, right? So think about other things you can do like that. For him, it was a touchdown, and you can change out with that school's logo or a helmet or whatever else. You can have that as a transition for your videos. So it was pretty cool to do it, and I'll play it for you one more time here. But also, as you see this, I made this the full width so I can make it touch the edges if I want, right? So I can make it touch the edges of the screen, or I can make it smaller. But the way I have it, it can go in multiple places because I did the graphic. I did the slide size very close to the graphic size. So you always have to keep that in mind. Let's see. Yep, movie file. Okay, good question. Can you use a 200 by 400 slide format in the same Keynote file? No, because what you're doing is you're building a presentation, and when you're sizing the Keynote files, you basically make the size for the full document under the document heading. So I can't make one slide, 500 by 500 and make the next slide 200 by 200. It's a document, right? Kind of like when you do a document in Word, or in my case, InDesign, or Pages, or whatever else. The document is the document size. Yeah, I know what you mean, like a 16 by 9 format. I'm not sure why you would want to mix sizes like that. It's probably best to do whatever stuff you're going to do in 16 by 9 and just have it that way. And whatever stuff you're going to do in that smaller size, do it that way. Yeah, but you cannot do mixed sizes. So let me make a new slide. I'm going to add a slide, blank slide. And so this slide, see, because once I make the document 16 by 9, it makes everything 16 by 9, right? I can't go in and make separate slides, separate sizes. All right, so you need a 200 by 4. Okay, so you need a 200 by 400 file for bugs and a 16, not necessarily. And let me show you that real quick. So let's go into Keynote. Okay, here's how I put thought in it, right? Usually I'll make my lower thirds 400 by 200 because they're usually rectangular, right? Now, if I did a lower third that was, let's do it like this. So if I did a lower third, format, make it green. So say I did a lower third that came out of the bottom of my screen and was kind of rectangular, right? And so it had my name in it. It would come up and down. It was more like a box. 400 by 400 would work for that, right? But if I want my lower third to be more rectangular, right? So I have this, then I have another shape, make it blue. Let's just do this. All right, so I have two shapes. Object list, put that on the bottom. So say I put my name in that box and my title in this box, right? That's rectangular. So then I would maybe do a slide that's 400 wide by 200, which is the smallest size I can make it. Now, if your bug is rectangular, you can also put that in a 400 by 200. But you just want to be optimum for the size, not optimum for the size. Let me restate that. You want to be optimum for the shape of your graphic, not optimum for the size necessarily. Because all I want you to be aware of is if you do it on a full 16 by 9 slide, right? And you put it down in the little corner in the bottom corner because that's where you know it's going to be at when you put it in your video, you're stuck in that spot. Because when you export that, it's going to be full frame with a bunch of empty pixels, right? And that's fine if you want your graphic or your art glued to a spot where you can't move it, right? That's fine. That's not a must that you do your slide roughly the size of your art. But that's just the way I prefer to do it because I like to maybe move my art around and do different things because, maybe on a whim, I might want to move this to the right-hand side. And because I did my graphic or my slide close to the size of the art, I can do that. If I did this on a 16 by 9, 1280 by 1020 rectangle, I'm stuck in that corner, right? So that's the only reason. Now, if I did it, say this though, if I did it 16 by 9, I'm going to throw you a little monkey wrench in there. If I did it on a 16 by 9 full width slide, but I made my lower third fill up the whole thing, right? When I import it, I can now scale it down and still move it around, right? So if you make your graphic the size of the whole slide, you're still golden, right? Because you can reduce the size of it. It's not that big a deal. But you just want to make your graphic as close to the full size of that slide as possible, or resize your slide to make it more conducive to doing your graphic. All right, y'all. I'm trying to see if y'all have any more questions. Anything y'all working on? Let's see. Okay. Someone asked about some thumbs up things. Okay. Now I'm going to put this, see, because I have no fear. I'm going to put this question on the board, even though it cannot be done in Keynote, right? Because what you're asking for is an animation that has a hole cut out of it for, making me think now though. No, it couldn't be done. An animation with a hole cut out of it for an overlay, because essentially, let me put this back up again. So an animated overlay that shows falling thumbs up or hearts that could be added to it. Oh, okay. No. Yes, I could do that. I'm thinking about, and I thought too hard and messed myself up. Okay, that can be done. It's not a quick thing. Let's say new basic presentation. So what they're saying is they want to have thumbs up or hearts or whatever animate across the screen to have people, to encourage people to like or give a thumbs up, right? And yes, I can do that really quick. I don't have a thumbs up graphic, but let's just say here really quick, and I do have some other questions coming in and I will get to those really quick. I don't have a thumbs up graphic right now, but let's just say we're going to do it with circles. I don't know why I like circles so much, right? So let's just say this is my thumbs up graphic. And this is how I would do it, right? So first I'd put the graphic up off the screen. Then I would go to animate, add effect, and I would say move in. And I would move from bottom to top and preview that. So as you see right there, right? So that's my thumbs up. It's going to take 1 second, goes from bottom to top, right? So now let me zoom out 50%. Now, because this is a manual process, there are other applications like Final Cut Pro and things like that that can do some of this automated because it can randomly change the speed and blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to show you how to do this in Keynote, right? So say this is your thumbs up graphic. And the reason I put it off the slide is because I want the thumbs to go from bottom to top across the screen, right? So say this is my first thumbs up. So I'm going to open up the object list. So this is my first thumbs up. I'm just going to copy paste. I'm going to copy and paste a bunch of them, right? So now I would spread the thumbs out, right? Make them all go off the screen though. All right, all the thumbs up, all the thumbs up, all the thumbs up. Okay, and because you're using the move in graphic, right? I've copied one that already had the move in on it, right? So let me show you something. So I'm going to go to animate. I'm going to show the build order. It just put in all those other circles, right? So I'm going to do a shift click. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I'm going to try something brand new. After previous build with no delay. So at least it added them all together. All right. So these are like, so all we need to do now is make them kind of cluster, right? So these are all the thumbs up. And what I really want them to do is actually move in together with each other. So I need to drag them inside of each other for that. So this one with build one. And so we kind of just keep doing that process where they're building in. So with, uh-oh. So basically you want to make all these width, right? So now you'll watch them all. See that? Okay. So this is what I would do, right? Because I actually built one of these before, but I'm not even sure where it is. So I'd make one, make it move in, make a bunch of copies of it. And then what I would do is I would change the size of some of them, right? So I'd make some of them bigger. I didn't mean to skew that. You want to make sure you hold down shift. So make some of them bigger than others. Make some of them smaller. Now, mind you, we're still doing this in Keynote, and there's other apps that are guaranteed to do it better. But as you see now, see how the different sizes kind of coming up. All right, so then what I would do is I would go in and say, with build number one, delay, change that delay, change that delay, change that delay, change delay. So now you can kind of see that. So now you kind of get that randomness kind of feel. Then what I would do, and I'm not going to do it for all the rest of them, but this is just kind of how I would do it, right? So then I would go through and I would change the speed of some of them. Make some go a little faster than others. Make some go a little slower than others, right? So now as you look at it, see that? And so now you have all these thumbs on demand where you can just hit play and all the thumbs will come across the screen, right? Or you have hearts and all the hearts come across the screen, right? So that's how I would do it in Keynote, and it can definitely be done. Now, here's a couple of telltale things you really need to do first, right? Make sure that all your shapes build in with number one. So they all kind of float up together, right? Then all you have to do is change the speed and randomly change the delay of some of them, right? Then change the sizes. Make some of them real big, make some of them small. And they will come up in layers. Just because all these happen to be the same blue bubble, you can't tell. But some are on top of and behind each other, right? And that's essentially how I would do it. And then when you get ready for it, you bring it into Ecamm or whatever your software is, say, hey, give me some likes. You turn on that overlay, the bubbles come up, right? And that's how I would do it. So hopefully that kind of answers that question. Hopefully, I know it's kind of quick, but get the first thumbs up. So find a thumbs up icon. You can get, make sure they're PNG so they won't be squares behind them, right? Transparent background, thumbs up. Do the first one, move it in by placing it at the top of the slide, and make sure you have move in bottom to top. That means it'll move across the slide. Then you want to copy it, make it multiple sizes, put them all in the build order, and then kind of change things like that. I may just build one of these one day and just make it available to y'all, because I've done one before. I just can't find that animation. I kind of did it on a whim one day. So yeah, so thank you for that question. It made me rethink that and maybe figure out a way to do it. All right. Yeah, how to loop a movie file. I will show that to you real quick. Let's see, go back to. Oh, there's a thumb in the shapes. Okay, so maybe I'll fix that real quick. But let me answer this question really quick. Where was that at? How to loop a video. What I am going to do, let me go back into Ecamm here, and I'm going to show my live demo mode, right? Really quick here. I got junk on my screen, but it's all good. Y'all know I don't hide nothing. All right, so right here you see my lower third video. It is real simple to get your video to loop. You don't make a looping video. You actually make a one-time playthrough video, and you make it loop with Ecamm. And it's simply right here. Once I drag in my overlay, which is a movie, that's the pause button, that's the play button, and right here you put on loop. Just that simple, right? You hit loop and then make sure you're playing, and then it will play through and loop. And as you see here, my animation is only about half of the length of my video. All the rest of that is blank space, because I didn't want that to keep jumping up and animating over and over and over and over and over and over and over, right? I want it to animate, do what it does, then go away for about 15 seconds, because I didn't want it to just kind of keep beating you guys over the head with my Gumroad information and stuff like that. So yeah, so I have a built-in blank space in my video. When the animation goes off the screen, as you see here, half my video is blank space, where it's waiting to get to the end to loop over again. All right, so now let's go back out of live demo mode, and let's see. Yeah, yeah, a video overlay with holes in it cannot be done in Keynote. I can't cut a hole into a video, right? I can fill a shape with an image. I cannot fill a shape with a video. So if I could have filled a shape with a video that has a hole cut in it, the video would have a hole cut in it, right? But I can't do that in Keynote. You can only fill images or fill shapes with static images. So that's why that's kind of a non-starter for Keynote. But what I can do is I can do build-in, build-outs that look like animations or have the look of a video with a hole cut out of it. And I did that, I think, last week in my overlay tutorial when I did different animations of faded colors and things like that. Essentially, you're exporting a movie with a transparency in it, right? But I just can't import a movie into that look. I can make a movie. I can't import a movie and cut a hole in it in Keynote, if you kind of hang on what I'm saying there. Yeah, and that's really the reason I do things in Keynote, especially if you're a Mac person. I'm not saying don't use Final Cut Pro. I'm not saying don't use Apple Motion. I'm just saying a lot of this stuff can be done in Keynote. Why not use it with a lot less learning curve? And you can do stuff and not spend all day on it. And I don't know. I just prefer it. I use all that other stuff, but I think I found this kind of lane, a wide lane, I think, of helping people use Keynote to do their animations with not such a steep learning curve. Um, yes, replay will be available. Okay, there's a thumb. Oh, yeah, you did say that. There's a thumb icon. Let's delete all these. Okay, so let's see shape. Let's see if I can just type in thumb. Yep, thumbs up. Okay. So thumbs up. It's not the official like thumb, but yeah. Format will make it blue. Okay, so here's the thumb at the top. Animate, build in, move in, bottom to top, right? So I'll preview it. Okay, so that's the first thumbs up. So now all I would do is go over here to my object list, copy, paste, right? And I would make all of these go with. Because now all of them have the move up. I'd make all of them go with. All right, so with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to do these 5. Okay, so let's do these. The rest of them I'm going to delete. All right, delete those. All right, so now let's watch them, preview. And they all come up together because they're all the same size, all whatever, right? My problem is now I got so many of them, I don't know which ones I animated, which ones I didn't. But whatever. Okay, so make them all different sizes. Put them in different heights across the thing. So we preview it and we go thumbs up, delay, put a delay on that one, put a delay on that one, delay, delay, delay. Okay, now we just go in now and change the speed. Make some faster, some slower. That one's really slow. Preview again. See what I'm saying? So basically you do that, change the size of them, spread them out. And so now you can hit that button in Ecamm and then the video, the thumbs would go up, right? And so I'd spend a lot more time in it if I was really making it and make it real nice, actually even get the real thumbs up. But yeah, and I'll probably just make that in my downtime. Make one with thumbs, make one with hearts. I think that'd be kind of cool to do that. Yeah, you can find last week's training in the Ecamm group. I'm gonna add it to my YouTube channel. So please, I can tell right here that you're a YouTube watcher. So please drop by my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. And this video will already be here. But I have other videos that were lives that I will also add here. So if you're not a member of the Ecamm community, it will be on this YouTube page really soon. So look for it in a couple of days. It should be there by then. Oh, y'all got to remind me. Okay, I was not sharing Keynote. All right, let's play that animation again. I get too busy doing that to myself. Okay, so that's the quick animation of the different thumbs going up. I'm going to do a better version of this for real and give it to you all, make it accessible to you all. Because I think that'll be a fun little animation to kind of alert people to give you thumbs up, give you likes, maybe even one with share buttons. Um, yeah, y'all got me with that one. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do too. I'm just gonna go grab the official thumbs up PNG, and I'm gonna make that animation, and then I'll make it available to you guys. Um, Appreciate that, Billy. And are you a new watcher? I don't recognize your name, and I see you here on YouTube. So thank you if you're a first time live watcher. I plan on doing this a lot more, so I really appreciate that. Um, yes, you need multiple images to make. Um, yeah, to make an like on my intro video, and I'll play it again for you real quick. Well, my eye winks. Um, that's actually how I did it. It's a full head animation, right? And then I just cropped out the eye of my eye winking from another Memoji head because I couldn't get them to line up perfect. And so essentially, it's the Memoji head smiling. The blinking eye shows up on top of the open eye, and then the blinking eye goes away. So let me play that animation for you real quick, so those that haven't seen it will see what they're asking about. So what I did there, I cropped out the eye, the blinking eye, in the shape of that glasses hole, right? So it was an easy shape to kind of select and crop out. So the smiling face with both eyes open is a full graphic, and then just the closed eye is another graphic sitting on top of it temporarily. So it looks like the eye blinks. So that's kind of one of those animation moves where you don't have to make this big, complex face doing two or three different things. You just have whatever's moving move, right? So use the same face, glue on that top part that moves, then take it away. So that's how we do it. Yeah, but I will definitely do that thumbs up animation and maybe do one with hearts. I think that'd be kind of cool. So let me check here in my chat window to see, make sure I'm getting all the chat people. Um, but thank you all so much for just hanging out. I really like that you guys are here, and hopefully I'm answering questions for you. If you have any more questions, we're about to come up on an hour, but if you have any more questions, please let me know. Let's do this really, really quick. I know the question was asked about the video overlay with a hole in it. So let's go back to Keynote, and I'm actually showing Keynote this time. I keep forgetting to show Keynote. And we don't need that stuff right now. We'll come back to it. All right. So they were asking about a video overlay, right? And knowing that you can't put a video in a shape, right? But you can put an image in a shape. You can also do different things with the shape to make it look like it's animated, right? And we're just going to do this kind of quickly. So say this is your overlay. And we did this last week too. I'm just doing it quickly here in case somebody needs some help with it. So format, shapes and lines, subtract, right? Background fill is no fill. So here, if I did, all I'm going to do here is the same shape. I'm going to copy, paste two more times. And the first shape is green, second shape, we'll make it blue, third shape, we'll make it red, right? So now in animations, I'll select all three, and we're going to go to animate, build in, and we're going to do we can do iris because that's a form of fading, right? So we'll select iris, Okay, so um, so that's the green. Let's do this. G. Always name stuff so it's easier for you to do it. All right. So the red shape doesn't need to even have an animation. Just take that out. So the blue shape comes next. We'll have it iris in. Then we'll do the green shape after the blue shape. 1 second delay. So let's preview it. Red is already there. Blue comes in. Green comes in, right? So if I export this as a movie, it will look like the colors are animating, right? So I have an animated movie overlay. What I can't do is import a movie from somewhere else, like the Star Wars background with or space or laser beams flashing across it. I can't import that into Keynote and have a hole cut out of the middle of it. But I can animate the shapes to do different things, right? And then export that as a movie. So it is, those are options that are available to you within Keynote, but not necessarily the video type thing. Um, oh, cool. Yeah, this is Jamie or Jaime. Um, he's the one that made me think about trivia, the trivia intro screens, and yeah, we need to collaborate some more for sure because you actually helped me think about some. You think about things and help me think about different ways to work them out and stuff like that. So yeah, so keep the ideas coming. I'd love to kind of do some more hold my lemonade challenges with you. Give me some things to do. Um, all right, y'all. I think it's starting to wind down. But let me know if you have any more questions. I am here to answer whatever questions you all have. Thank y'all so much about the kind words about my logo and my new studio setup. Um, I made some changes, simplified, have my little bookshelf. I stood it up in the back behind me here, have some little knickknacks on it, and then I have my logo that my good friend Chad Hauser from Louisiana made for me. I love it. So it's just more branding, more of the Bradley Teachers look, and I think it's makes my studio look real nice. So I definitely appreciate that. If you all have any more questions, um, I definitely want to be available to you all to answer them. So I'm scrolling through here now. Appreciate you, Victoria. Um, are you a first-time watcher? I'm seeing some names here that I don't recognize from my regular. So thank you all for sure for coming out and watching it live. This will also be available on a replay. You don't want to miss the next one. And I am going live now in multiple places um, on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm actually even going to go live on Periscope. Um, so yeah, so definitely come out and watch these. They will be on every Tuesday. So please come out. Um, thank you for visiting DSD. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with me. This is your first time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have questions about anything that you would like to see as a tutorial about making graphics with Keynote for your video stream, let me know. I would love to take on your challenges and try to build different things. I'm also about to expand into teaching how to use some web-based programs. I prefer apps that are on my computer so I don't have to struggle with, some of the things you have to struggle with online, essentially, right? And so if I was online right now teaching Canva live and run into internet issues, I could have a whole different ball of wax. So I prefer apps, but I'm actually going to expand into showing people how to use several other web-based packages. So if there's a web-based package that you use that you would like me to do a Bradley Teaches on, please let me know. Lower thirds, overlays, any kind of graphics, bugs, animations. I would love to do it. I do have nearly 30 years of graphic design and multimedia design experience. I've done video editing and audio editing for years, website development, multimedia and print design. But I want to show you all how to do these things with simpler tools, more subdued tools to enhance your videos and make them shine. So that's what I want to do. I have the experience, so you guys don't have to, right? I have the expertise, so you don't have to. So I want to show you how to do these things to enhance your videos without all the extra learning curve that some of those other things will do. Please do. Please do send me questions. I love questions. Cool. Oh, okay. TSP fam. Well, thank you for coming, Victoria. Um, let's see. What part of LA? I am from a town called Vivian, Louisiana, near Shreveport, about as northwest as you can go in Louisiana before you leave the state. I don't live there anymore. My friend Chad still does live there. That's why I went to. That's where I lived until I graduated from high school. Yeah. So Chad is still in the area, but I'm not there anymore. I'm in Texas now. Yeah. But I love it. Louisiana, best food and culture in the world. Argue with me about it. You'll lose. All right. So, yeah, I will definitely DSD. Please send me questions, man. I love answering questions. I love just kind of jumping in this format. Most of my videos have an agenda, right? I'm going to show you how to do overlays. I'm going to show you how to do lower thirds. I'm going to show you how to do some kind of special animation, right? So most of them do have an agenda, but I also like to jump in like this and answer your questions. What are you dealing with right now as far as graphics are concerned with your videos that you need help with? Like Felicia jumped in and asked about bugs, right? How do you make a moving bug? Someone else jumped in and said, hey, I want to do an overlay that does this, right? So I want to answer the questions that you have about what you're dealing with your graphics in your videos. So if you have those questions, leave them in the comment thread on any apparatus you're watching me on right now. If you're on Facebook, leave them in that comment thread. If you're on YouTube, leave them in that comment thread. I think I also went live today on Periscope and Twitter. However you do that, I just added them to the list to see what would happen. So if you're on any of those other apparatus, please leave your comments in those threads. I do answer. I do read them. And so they will not go unresponded to. You can also send me a DM. I'm on Facebook. You can message me through my YouTube channel. So thank you all for coming out. And hey, Miss Eileen. Hey, thank you for coming. Yeah, so I definitely, let me see. Oh, appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, come on back. Come on back. Because this is what I really enjoy doing, right? Bradley Teaches is here to stay as long as I can keep serving you all. So that's what I want to do is serve you all and kind of give you the tools you need to enhance your videos. And I'm going to be expanding some things. I'm going to be adding some things as the community grows and the need grows and more ways that I can serve you. I'm going to continue to serve you in those ways. So I'm really excited about doing this. Yes, shrimp po' boys, boudin, jambalaya. I think Louisiana has more seasoning on our bread than most people have on their main dishes. Etouffee. Okay, somebody's really hungry right now. So, yeah, but please, if y'all have any more questions, I know there's a delay sometimes on different sites, so I don't want to leave anybody had. Okay. Yes, the Cash App is for, I guess, yeah, donations. You can call them donations. That's how people, I have stopped denying people the opportunity to support me. People were asking, where's your Cash App? Where's your Venmo? And I kept avoiding it. And it's like, okay, if somebody wants to use it, they can. If they don't, they won't. So I made a Cash App account, and that's what you see kind of popping up there. The Cash App, the Venmo, the Gumroad is my store where I have editable Keynote files for you guys to download and edit, customize them as you wish. I'm going to also put on there ready-made files that are kind of glued and done, right? So, and you've probably seen those in other places. Hey, I just want the red one, right? And so I'm going to do files like that too for those that don't want to edit stuff. Yeah, but that's kind of, I stopped fighting it. People ask me for, for my Cash App. So I put the Cash App on. So yeah. And I stopped denying people the opportunity to support me. Because I realize as I serve, people want to support me, and I'm not gonna turn them away. So I appreciate that. Yeah, the link for Gumroad is in my lower third. It's basically gumroad.com/Bradley Vinson. My government name, right? Not Bradley Teaches, but Bradley Vinson. And you'll see it here in the animation in a few seconds. It rolls through. Yeah, but it has my Cash App, the Venmo, and the Gumroad site. So that's there. Um, More things will be added to Gumroad. Plenty more things. So and some ready-made stuff. Is there an easy way to display a presentation? What I would like to have is a third size overlay showing a presentation. A 1/3 size overlay showing a presentation. Yes. Okay. So let's say, for instance, I don't have a actual PowerPoint. You know what I meant. Keynote file. So let me just go here, and I'm going to say some text on my slide. And format white. We'll kick it up. So say if I designed my slide as you see it looks right now. So if I designed my slide, anticipating that I'm going to use it in that format, right? So I'll design my slide kind of pushed over to the right, right? And what I will do here is I'll say play slideshow in window, right? And if I change my overlay shape to maybe tall and make it bigger, okay, this is one way to do it, right? So this is kind of a 1/3. This is not even an overlay. This is me in a picture-in-picture over a window input, right? So if I had, let me turn this back off. So if I had multiple slides, copy, paste, paste, paste. I'll make one slide color fill. I'll make it blue. I'll make one slide color fill, not blue anymore. I'll make it red. So say if I go back to the first one, play slide in window, right? And so I'm in Keynote right now. I can flip through my slides. I can control my slides natively in Keynote playing in a window. So this is kind of a 2/3, 1/3 setup look, right? So there is a way to do it that way. Now I've also made overlays. Say for instance, I've done overlays where I make the overlay where there's a presentation window that's a 16:9 shape, and then I'll have a smaller window opening that where my picture will go, right? And I would do the same type of thing. I would show my presentation in a window, but the overlay would cover it and make a kind of a cleaner look. So there's ways to do it, right? And this is kind of another quick and dirty thing. Let me jump into Keynote, make myself back round again. Let me go back to my regular self here. So make myself, all right, so I can delete these slides. And shape. Yeah, thank y'all for hanging with me. Hopefully I'm not boring y'all and kind of going off on tangents and things, but this is exactly why I do these, because I want to help folks with what they're dealing with at the time, right? So make that green. And I mean, I guess I could make it 16 by 9, but I'm not going to do it perfect, but 16 by 9 ish. Okay. Then I'll do another shape. Let's make it kind of a bubble shape over here. And okay, so now let's cut these shapes out. Okay, so now here's my overlay that I would do in Ecamm, and then the big rectangular window would be my presentation, and then the little window would be me, right? And this is an overlay, so say I wanted to jazz it up some, put a gradient fill on it. Okay, that's cool. So now let's export this. File, export to. This would actually be an image, not a movie. And PNG, so I can keep the transparent backgrounds. Next. And desktop. BV Live. Untitled 2 is fine, no big deal. All right, so now let's go back here. And I will go to my BV Teachers Live. So here's my overlay, right? And then what I would do is I would do something very similar. I would share screen, right? So this is my Keynote over here again, which I don't have nothing to play. But this is my Keynote, right? That's my secondary screen. I'd make my Keynote work over here. So this is my Keynote file that I would play, right? So words on the screen. So words, 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 right? And then I would say play slideshow and window, right? But what I would do is I would size this window it's playing in now, right? To now fit that 16 by 9. And this is really rough shot right now, right? And I would go here to my picture-in-picture window and put on do not play above overlays. I'd change the shape of it to square. And I'd make it, right? I would size it right to be in the window, right? So now I can still play my slides, right, as they are, and I can work them. And so this is a presentation type overlay. And I actually design presentation style overlays with this kind of look, right? Big for your presentation, small for you, and then work through them. So there's definitely ways to do it, right? So yeah, so all that is possible. And let's go back to cameras, main camera. Good. All right. Cool. Could you use that overlay button, display a PDF export? Yes, you can, because you can pull in source files. Oh, let me tell y'all what I'm answering. You can pull in source files, and one of those sources could be a PDF, right? But your overlay would be over the top of all of them. So it'd still be on the screen, kind of like the slides are, but it'd just be that PDF. You'd still have your PIP that can be a square, a circle, whatever else. Then your overlay would sit on top of all of that with holes cut out for what you want to see. So yeah, you can definitely do that. Indeed, man, indeed. This is the famous Chad Hauser right here. So indeed it is, man. It's a great backdrop because of you, man. It's awesome. Um, all right, y'all. I think we have. Let me see Let me see who's still here. Y'all still here? You're exactly right, Victoria. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Gumroad link should be showing up. There we go. Gumroad.com/Bradley Vinson. So Gumroad.com/Bradley Vinson, my government name, not Bradley Teaches, but my actual name. And there you will find files, Keynote files that are all editable. Right now, I only have on there files that are editable. Some people are asking for ready-made files because I also have countdown timers and stuff like the animations and things like that. I also make graphics packages for people of overlays, lower thirds, animations, countdown timers. So if you're interested in stuff like that, kind of a done for you kind of package, you can always reach out to me for that too. Yeah, but Bradley Teaches at its core is me giving you guys tutorials on how to enhance your videos. All these other things are things that have been added through time, so it'd be more ways to serve you all based on what you've been asking for. All right, so I think I would call today's live a success. I don't know about y'all, but I think I would call this a success. It has been going very well. I definitely appreciate your input. Appreciate y'all hanging out here with me. I think I am going to call it a wrap right now. So again, I am Bradley Vinson, Alana's pawpaw, and I appreciate y'all coming out and exploring with me and learning a few things, and hopefully you guys will come back so I can continue to serve you. If you're here on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you are, let me know where you came from. Leave that in the comments. Please subscribe and click that bell so you are alerted whenever I put up new videos, either pre-recorded or lives like this. I think live will be my format of choice. I will have some pre-recorded things, but usually what they are live videos that have been edited. But I think I'm just going to go live here, serve you as best I can, and then just, kind of keep on giving on these pages. So thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for your support. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Thank you new people for coming out. I always like new folks. Love my people that have been with me for a while too, but I love seeing new people giving me a chance. So I appreciate you giving me your time. It means a lot to me. So again, until next time, I am Bradley Vinson, Alana's pawpaw. Be blessed, be free. See y'all soon.